I'm stuck behind this arsehole, get out of my way. Here we go, good old Senna GP, aka Super Monaco GP2. Now I don't know what, I think you get more tuning options if you go this way. Senna was obviously a genius driver, so, and I know for a fact he wouldn't have just stuck his name to something that he didn't at least try to understand, and therefore understand if it was good or shit, and therefore worthy of his name. He wasn't like most celebrities. Lewis Hamilton will fucking have his name on a fucking dildo, mate. If it brings him money, he don't give a shit. He probably don't even see what his name's been sold on. So now, famously, the Amiga version looks better than the Megadrive version, but it's got some of the courses missing. So I'm trying to think. Let me just go for the obvious one, innit? I don't want to type it in, thank you. Only 16 races. Well, that's when real men had to drive the cars, mate. Not like the pussies in their fucking four-wheeled flip-flops now, innit? USA. That's what I think of their track, but it should be good for me. We have a visitor. There, well, sleep on the cartridges. Ah, crap. Preliminary race. Oh, this is bullshit. Hang on, let me move the cartridges for you, buddy. If you want to sit there. Stinky. Right, let's go. Yeah, there's not much 2.5D scaling going on. I think Super Monaco Grand Prix, the arcade, is actually one of the most sophisticated of the well-known sprite engines. The buildings are enormous and they overlap a hell of a lot. I mean, you'd have real trouble doing something like that even on a Amiga 1200, I would say, with a very talented programmer, aka Sean Southern. But yeah, I do remember the cabinet though. The speakers were right next to your ears, so although they weren't excessively loud, there was like a saturation to the sound. There's no way you'd be able to hear anything else, trying to give the impression of a real Formula 1 car, which kind of worked. I think, yeah, I was in my late teens when I played that arcade game, I think. And yeah, they had this thing with a seat. The seat would tilt forward and backward, so you'd sit in like a kind of baby's car seat. And when you press the brake, yeah, I think we lost here. When you press the brake, the seat would push forward. There'd be hydraulic things pushing the seat forward, so you'd be kind of tilted forward as well. So, and the same thing when you accelerate, and the harder you accelerate, I think there was at least 2 settings, it would flip you back as well. So it was actually quite an interesting arcade machine to play. Right, A button to continue, sir. Can you jump the start? So the other cars look alright. Oops, sorry mate. It's my glaucoma, innit? Menace to society on the track. Oh, his car got repaired quite easily. The handling's not bad actually. You do feel like you're hooking it round the corners. Obviously it's nothing like real life, but pretty good. Yeah, I thought Sega, the Mega Games pack had Monaco Grand Prix on it, with 3 cartridges. I think it's Mega Games 2 I've got, but no, it's got Shinobi, Streets of Rage 1, which I don't really like. I did look at Streets of Rage 3, and to be honest, it's very similar to Streets of Rage 2, and I wouldn't say the graphics are better, so I probably wouldn't bother with that. Like I said, I'm not collecting Megadrive games, I just like to have some good real cartridges to play on real hardware. Especially now that the 6-button joypad has loosened up. There must be at least a decade's worth of dust on this thing, which means it's got to be everywhere. So we're not doing great. Where am I? Oops. Retirement. Wow, you can save on the cartridge, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think in this game you really need to be on the 7-speed manual gearbox to get on the podium and have a fair bit of talent. So the handling is very fair. However, it's also not easy. And I think that's where probably Ayrton Senna's input comes into it. This game is not easy. I'm usually quite good at driving games, but you know, fuck me, 14th position, and we probably weren't going to get much better than that, 13th, 14th. I don't think we would have made it to the top 10. So, the map is there on the screen obviously, which helps if you can take your eyes off the road long enough. I'm just concentrating at the moment, because when you're going down the map, obviously left is right and right is left. So after all that, 15th. I don't think anyone's going to be worried too much about me being a new sensation. Yeah, we'll go with that then. I'm going to assume it's arcade style start where you can't jump the lights. So you don't, and probably the other thing Ayrton Senna input in this game is that you don't end up better off just because you smacked into someone. We're actually worse off, see? We're actually one place down from the grid position at the start. So it's a long straight, but we're not really catching them, as you can see. So, and the trouble with this game is if you actually hit something really hard, that's the end of race instantly. Which I suppose is realistic, but is it playable? That's the question. So I'm gonna see if I can get Outrun for the Megadrive. I did actually try to get a Sega Genesis from the USA, but the postage is so insane. You know, for some people, even if I won the auction at 99 cents, once you add the postage, it's going to cost me like 35 quid. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You get me, bruv, innit? Yeah, I was watching Come Fly With Me with David Williams and Matt Lucas, and we're doing quite nicely there, thank you sir. It's not bad, the handling is not bad, it's just not easy. This is really a game for you know, dedicated racing game fans. Not people like me who get first position on you know, the original PlayStation Formula 1 game, the official one, just by ramming everyone and then just just weaving my way through the crashes. That's rude. There is an element of unfairness, but then I suppose Ayrton Senna thought his life was unfair anyway. He wasn't very lucky. Not in his races anyway. He was lucky to be born to millionaire parents in a shithole part of the world, but he did a lot of good. And now I completely forgot what I was talking about because of a damn crash and carrying on talking about this shit. Oh no. So the Genesis will cost me a lot of money, especially a tested one, and there's none for sale in the UK. Oh, bloody hell. Ooh. He's behind me there, right, so well, I don't brake for the corners anyway, so that's not a problem. So that's the brake button. But I think I'm going to get Outrun for the Megadrive because I got it for the PC engine, and I actually want to play both those games for the first time on those consoles on real hardware with a, you know, a decent condition joypad. I have had a quick go of Outrun on the PC engine when I bought it. That would have been about 10 years ago. Other than that, it's all been on Magic Engine on the PC. See, we're really fighting for 12th position here. Where the hell am I? Right, so it's early left, isn't it? It's going to penalise me. I put all that effort into it and I didn't even get a point. I don't think they're official names. Do you care if it's licensed by the FIA? I bet you don't. San Marino. Ooh. Yeah, the 6-button joypad for the Megadrive, the one that Sega released, it's very similar in size and shape and button layout to the Japanese Sega Saturn controllers. Oh crap! Oops. I don't know what happens if you crash out on warm-up day. Do you get to miss the race? But yeah, I mean, if you said to me, would I rather play this or F1 2004 on the PlayStation 2, obviously I'm going to say F1 2004. And if you ask me again, would I rather play F1 2004 or F1, what was the last one, 2012 on the PS3, Xbox 360? I'm going to say that. However, is there enough difference between the Xbox and PlayStation 4 version of you know, whatever the Formula 1 game that Codemasters is doing? I don't think there is enough difference. And that's my point really. So even where gameplay isn't really an issue, we need something else going on there. 14, we're getting worse. I think it's time for a new game, mate. Another weird game. I haven't got Rollo to the rescue, but I have got another weird game, which is Snake, Rattle and Roll. That's another one of the blockbuster rental specials my mate had for like 5 days. I think the older games, they would rent them for 5 days for the same price as 3 days for the newer games. See, as long as it's not going maximum speed. But yeah, I'm not the next Vettel. Well, not now anyway. Did I actually get away with that one? Oh, you can sometimes get out. Bloody hell. You have to stay on the accelerator. It's really hard to describe the handling. It's like a highly refined version of the handling on Lotus Turbo Challenge 2 and 3. Yeah, so there's a few games that I'll probably buy for the Megadrive. I have actually lost one. I remember getting a game called Battle Cars. And I can't find that now. That's not with all the other ones that I got with that Megadrive. I can't remember if it was Megadrive. Actually no, I think I just bought the games. Yeah, he'd already sold the Megadrive. Ah, crap. I was like, shit, end of race there. Oh no. And it's not like the pussy years now where you get points up to 10th position. No, we've got to make it all the way to 6th position, mate. I've got no idea how we're making it through these severe accidents waiting to happen. It's the only way they can be described. Oh bloody hell, something's happening here. I am actually improving. I'm improving my position. We're only 2 off getting some bloody points. Isn't that weird? That's just rude when they do that, mate. Are you joking? I don't know if you get damage to the car that affects the top speed or something. Or, you know, it's either you can race or you can't race. Like that. Yeah, I think it's time for a bit of snake rattle and roll.